you. Why you sexy with no makeup, no nothing? And
I got my Burt's Bees.
hey,
That's
they
my
don't
makeup.
mention them. We're not gonna mention them until they want to drop a paycheck. How about that?
Okay. We'll let them know.
What's going on? Shooting the ish with Bambi. I love you.
I love you too. You look so beautiful. I love your braids.
Thank you. Yo, this is 2 weeks worth of growth, B. 2 weeks. I paid too much money to take this stuff out.
Is that your hair? Or did you
4 weeks left.
Did you add hair in there, or is that yours?
No, there's weave in here.
Oh, okay.
And they were knotless braids.
It's better to do it that way, right?
Yeah.
I need to get some. So I've been investing.
I wake up and I go.
Huh?
I wake up and go. Like I don't have time.
Right. That's what this is. Wake up and go. I'm like, this is what the world's gonna get for a little bit till I get my blonde back, and then.
Nah, I like you black though.
Everybody keeps saying that, but I miss my
blonde. I like you in your natural state. You be out here looking gorgeous. So for everybody who don't know, Bambi, I don't even remember how we met Bambi. Like,
I think it must have been an event.
It had to be. I feel like it was at the Lee School.
I think it was before the Lee School, and then you came to the Lee. I think it was at one of the Drive Boston toy drives.
I'm not even gonna pretend to lie. All I know is Bambi collected me and I collected her because it was automatic. It was just like, what's your name? What's your name? Okay, got it.
And we went out for sushi immediately. Like we went out for sushi immediately. That's what happened. We went out for lunch.
Exactly. With lychee martinis.
Yes, we
did. So for those who don't know, Bambi is so dope. She has a nonprofit working with young girls. She's been out here mentoring students for over 10 years. Well, as long as I've known her, she's been out here mentoring girls, divas mentoring divas. I've hosted a few of the events. I've watched these little girls grow up into the young women that they are today. We got Shauna out here dating people in whole relationships. And I remember when she was a little girl in high school. And so
she has her own apartment now in Fenway.
Say that again?
She has her own apartment now in Fenway. Yeah, super proud of her. Super proud. Mm-hmm.
Well, I am super proud of you because everything you touch turns to magic and turn into success, and you bring others with you, and have always been a leader, making sure that people follow and do the right thing. And so you are spearheading the cryptocurrency conversation, savings, credit, purchasing a house. And I remember in one of the conference calls, you were like, listen, I've been out here mentoring girls and young people this whole time, not realizing I needed to mentor their parents because these grown-ups are just as lost. And so let's talk a little bit about why mentoring is so important to you.
It's very important for the people around me to feel and experience the same success, per se. I vibrate high. I vibrate on a certain radio station. And I like for everybody to tune in with me. I don't feel as if I grew up with the mentality of, it's better to give than to receive. And I think I take that far with every little aspect of my life. And so if I know something works, or I'm passionate about something, or if somebody's in need of something, I feel the need to give that information, that source, that resource, that the way to get the money, everything. So I share everything. I probably share too much. And I'm just now learning to just focus on myself a little bit more. I've been just giving. And it's like my cup is, running out. I need to focus on myself, fill it back up. And then when it runs over, I'm working on that. It's very hard. It's very, very hard not to help somebody when I get a call or when I see somebody in need, or if I'm in a situation, I'm never on a bus, but even if I'm on a bus and I feel like somebody is in need of something, I will put my little 2 cents in, like, oh, sorry, I hear your little conversation about cancer.
You ear hustler.
I hear a little conversation about cancer. I got something for that. And people in college used to call me, oh, I got something for that. I always, I don't know. I love to help and see people prosper. So,
Great transition. So as far as cancer is concerned, I got something for that. Go on and talk about it, because it really has been helpful. I've seen people's whole lives change. What is it called? What does it do?
So Immunical. I've been involved with Immunotech for 13 years now, almost 14. I started taking it when I was pregnant with my first. And because I was going to need a blood transfusion during delivery. And as soon as I heard that, I knew the product already worked for my uncle, who it helped bring back his vision. He was legally blind. And so I couldn't fathom the taste. I ended up getting it, and it helped me throughout my whole pregnancy. I stayed on the product. I've seen so many miracles with it, with my grandmother and colon cancer. So many different issues. You can't say that it cures, but it definitely gets rid of a lot of things. It helps. It's called Immunical. You can go to immunotech.com/healthmatters to find out more information, but you can contact me wherever on social media, and I can get you the information. But for any autoimmune disease, it's something you want to be on. Definitely.
What is the product?
Keeps me looking the same age as I started taking it. I was 24? And I still look 24, I think. Well, a lot of people think I look younger, but it stops your aging.
What is it?
It's a powder. So you mix it with water or a juice, and you just drink it in the morning like a vitamin. It's food for the immune system. It's all natural. It cannot mess with the medications you're already on. It will get you off all those medications. It's just food. It's all natural. It's what they take out of our milk. It's what they take out of it. And it is vegan.
Hold on. You said it is what they take out of milk?
Yeah. So it's basically the keratin and the cysteine that they take out, but it's made in the lab. So it is science, but they make it so that it's vegan. And I have tons of vegans that researched over it on what the product is and so forth. I don't get into the science of it, but it definitely is vegan, and you can take it and it can't hurt you.
And you said, what is the website again?
Immunotech, IMMUNOTEC.com/healthmatters. That is my personal consultant site. I probably should have been a millionaire by now with this site and selling the product, but like I said, I'm a helper, so I've always just been giving it out wholesale. Here, yeah, take it. You can take my code. Do this, do that. And now I'm getting serious with it, because they have like the most lucrative compensation plan for anybody that's trying to work at home. Come see me, because we're about to attack this compensation plan on Immunotech and make it work. There's a lot of Spanish people in the Spanish communities all over the countries, all over the world, that is making $1 million in 4 months with this compensation plan.
So what exactly, so as far as Immunotech is concerned, you said autoimmune. And so when I hear autoimmune, I automatically think of this entire pandemic, which is supposed to be an autoimmune virus. And so I know it doesn't cure anything, but how has in people's experience with COVID and with Immunical, what have you heard about that?
Well, if you're on Immunical or you have an alkalinity body, virus cannot live inside. So me, my kids, we're out in Atlanta, in hot Atlanta, and we've been here since July. And I don't know if it's the mindset of the people out here in Atlanta, but I haven't seen COVID. I haven't seen it. I haven't experienced it.
Wear a mask. I was just out there. Ain't nobody wearing a mask. Everybody in the club sharing blunts, sharing bottles.
hookah, everything. And my kids go to gymnastics, and there hasn't been any outbreaks at gymnastics. That I haven't heard. They go 3 times a week. I haven't heard or seen any COVID. And we take the product. So COVID can't live in me. COVID can't live in my house. We all take the product. My kids don't take vaccinations. They've never taken a vaccination. The Immunical is the vaccination. That is good enough in a letter form that says they are good with their immune system. This is their immunizations. It's a called Immunical. And so, it's any autoimmune disease. It will help.
Girl, I'm gonna need that. What's the name now? I'm gonna need that code. Since you giving out codes, I'm gonna need that code.
Yeah, we got you. We got you the wholesale boxes. Yeah.
It's like you do everything. When people are like, "Oh, Tayla, you do everything," I'm like, "Nah, Bambi does everything." So aside from that, because that's like a little side hustle that unless somebody bring it up or somebody talk about something, like you don't walk around parading it. But you are involved in other things, and please tell us some of these other things that you're involved in that I might be dabbling in as well.
Well, when the pandemic hit, what was we gonna get our money from? So we didn't go to work. People stuck at home. I'm worried about my family. They have the whole gifting situation going on. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of the blessing circles and etc. I dibbled and dabbled in that a little.
Water. I'm in the
earth, wind, and water. Yes. So I sat down one day and just finagled that whole thing to work in my favor and my family's favor, and we attacked that plan strategically and was able to come out pretty successful with the gifting situation, the Susu situation. And so while I was doing that, I sought out that people really had issues with money. Like their relationship with money sucks. I knew mine did because I always had the mentality as the universe got my back. Universe got my back. I'm going to spend this last dollar and know that my rent's going to get paid because the universe got my back. That's just me. That doesn't mean it has everybody else's back around me. And so I wanted to start helping people and also teach myself a little bit more about finances. I've seen, my baby's father have millions and lose it. And I just can't understand why people go through money in this nature. And when I saw the stimulus checks coming and people getting their unemployment and them wasting it on these gifting situations and not being successful, I started a club where it's okay, we can have financial literacy together and work on this as a whole. So I started a club just for 100 members. I was working with over 1,200 people, and money is very, very touchy. I lost a lot of relationships and gained a lot of relationships, but I feel like that was just a lesson I was supposed to go through. Like I said, I'm going to attack this Immunitech compensation plan, and so I am going to start talking about it a lot more because I know how to work the compensation plan now in dealing with people. So I started through She Is Boston, which is my female entrepreneur agency. I started Success in Business, SIB.
Hold on. Let's rewind. So She Is Boston is what? And has created what?
She Is Boston started in Boston in 2013, where I was being sought out to, I guess I'm going to say it. People don't know, but I was supposed to go on either Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives. There you go. And there was so much drama behind the situation with me and my management because I was in a singing group that I ended up going home to Boston and then starting Divas, Mentoring Divas. And at that time, I was filming my own reality show. Okay, well, if people want me to be on a reality show, I might as well shoot my own and get credit that way because they were just going to take all my money. And so through the contracts in the entertainment industry, boy, oh boy, they're crazy. If you don't have a lawyer look those things over, you signing a life over. And so I decided, okay, well, I love the camera. I grew up with the camera. I've been filming. I used to film the Raiders football games and sell tapes That's what I used to do back in the day at home in Boston. So I'm like, well, why not just record a bunch of my female friends going out? And so I started Guap Divas with Sir Paul Cottrell years ago in 2002. And so I started my own reality show, and then God rest her soul, Brianna Bigby was one of my models on the show, and she got shot and killed over there in Eggleston. And that enlightened me. I had a whole epiphany on, I needed to shut that shit down because, excuse my language, I needed to shut that down because it just wasn't what I wanted to show females out there in the world after having a daughter. So I started Divas, Mentoring Divas, and changed the dialogue from Guap Divas, which were female models and entertainers in the club scene, to female entrepreneurs. The trials and tribulations that we have to go through to start business as such, what I was doing at the time. And so I started that reality series and got a bunch of females together who either wanted to be entrepreneurs or was working on their own businesses or already had their own businesses up and running. And we all came together to film a reality series. And it didn't really work out because girls in Boston, oh my God, they just don't want to help each other. I feel like I'm different because I lived in 8 different states. You know what I mean? I left Boston. I didn't sit there and become the crab in the barrel. I left, and I tried to get people to see that just didn't have the open mindset because they've never seen outside of Boston as far as living wise. So it didn't really work out. But during that time, I made a wine. I always wanted to make my own wine. I was out with Basketball Wives in Italy once, and we made our own wine at the winery. And I says, my grandmother's Italian. I want to make my own wine. I came home and I did it. I did it right through the Boston Winery and got my bottle in about 34 stores and 4 restaurants and 3 clubs. And I did that by myself in like 2 months. And so the wine still exists. I'm trying to get it licensed out here in Atlanta.
Truly amazing. It tastes great. If you are a sweet red wine drinker, she got that. If you're a white wine drinker, she got that too. And so I am a fan of the wine. I absolutely love it. And I still have my She is Boston wine glass that I use regularly.
Yes, I love that logo. I love it. So that was made for the reality series. And inspired me to sell and make the line bigger. So I started Dodabo Wine Co. out here in Atlanta and getting my licensing and stuff all set out here. So that's coming out. But She is Boston was a female entrepreneur agency. It still is. But I had changed up this SIB to Success in Business because I have males joining the club. So we started a club. It's an investment club. And within the club, we are working on our relationship with money. And there's so many avenues and things that need to be worked on in order to get that right, from relationships with yourself, with your spouse, with your boyfriend, your sugar daddy, sugar baby, whoever it is you got going on. And then just your habits, your belief system with money. I was, like I said, it's better to give than to receive. So I have a hard time receiving. Like somebody would be like, oh, here's $100 for the babysitter, because I went out on a lunch meeting. And I'm like, oh no, I can't take that. And, I'm blocking my blessings. And that's a belief system that I have to get from. So I am reaching out to therapists, doctors, counselors, fitness gurus, health and wellness people, administrators, and so forth. And we're bringing them into the club. We have meetings every Wednesday. And I'm just trying to get everybody's mind right before we get this money and get everybody on the same vibrational level as myself. And I'm also trying to build myself higher. So we are working as a team to back one another in every investment opportunity that we partake in. And just like the gifting situation, you're supposed to have people to follow behind you. In any MLM network marketing company, you have to bring 2 people, bring 2 people, bring 2 people. So I came up with a real strategic, great plan with the club for us to back one another up in any situation so that we can get to the big top dollar in any compensation plan on any network marketing level. So that's what we're attacking right now. Right now, it's in the early stages. We're building relationships with each other. We're building trust. So I have special guests coming in on Wednesday. So if you know anybody, if anybody's out there interested and they want to have a platform to speak to a group of people who are trying to get their finances together and their relationship with money, who are 100%, contact me. You can come. I have the floor on Wednesdays for you for about 20 minutes. You can come on and speak to the group and get questions answered, even if you're just trying to step out there in the world and get your feet wet with speaking or hosting or anything like that. You can come and work on my group. So,
what have you found as far as people's relationships with money? What have you found?
oh my God.
I knew that. Exactly. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You know, I helped people. I literally handed over some people, 12 grand plus. And it was like they're coming back to flip more money. And what did you do with it? Did you start a business? Did you buy a house? Did you buy a car? What did you do with it? And it was like, you go to their feed, and they went to Mexico, and they went to all these exotic places during COVID, and that's what it's really, really sad, because I would get people like, oh yeah, I need to make this money because my rent, I'm 4 weeks behind on my rent, or my car, they're about to take my car, or that's the down payment on my house, and I'm like, wait, what? You gambling? You gambling those type of things. And so the relationship with money and our people is very, 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 it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's terrible. I'm trying to make it sound better.
I want you to give I want you to be honest. Let's have an honest conversation. So some hurt people's feelings. We don't want to change things until we really hit rock bottom, until it's the worst situation ever. We never just want to change to do the right thing just to do the right thing. Like, the most traumatic experience has to happen in order for us to be like, damn, there's some things that have to change. So hurt feelings all you want, and tell the truth about what you've seen as far as money is concerned and people's relationships with money. And if there is a positive story, share that too.
I think the only positiveness in all of this is that I saw in all of it is that I cared more about people's money than themselves, and gathering it. Because if you tell somebody, okay, all I need you to do is bring me 2 people in the network marketing system, the first thing is everybody say, I can't get 2 people. Well, how'd I get you? And it's like, I got you and I got 100 other people ready to go. But your first thought process is, I can't sell. I can't get to 2 people. You selling all day on social media. That little picture you took of yourself in that blouse from Forever 21 or whatever, you just sold it. You're selling yourself all day. And our mindset behind growth, it sucks. And the real truth is, people are stuck being comfortable. They want to stay comfortable. And it's like, oh, no, I'm going to just sit here and collect this unemployment, this stimulus checks coming, and my food stamps. And no, you can't sign me up for no network marketing company, because they're going to want my social. Then I'm going to lose my housing. And that is where I really saw, it's like, the gifting situations is the same thing as a network marketing company. It's just real money, real checks, real W-2s. You got to claim it on your taxes and so forth. But our people are so scared to do something like that in the midst of losing their food stamps. And it's very, 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 very sad, because those same people dream and think and state that they're going to be millionaires, or I'm going to go get me a house, and so forth. But it's like, okay, to do any of that, you need to get rid of the government assistance and prosper on some. You have to take a risk at some time, some way. You're 40 years old. What you gonna do? And that is where I see is a lot of scarcity behind the fact that, something is going to work per se. It's not. And they're so quick to gamble as opposed to this will work if you do it the same exact way. But my social's tied to it. And that is where it gets a little crazy for me. And so, okay, well, if you had a business, would you tie your business to it? And so that is where I'm trying to, open the mind.
People to get their EIN, get an LLC, and then tie it to the business.
And tie it to the business. If that's,
I understand, like that's the business way of doing it, right? So I guess in a sense it is the smarter way of doing it, but it's more so that mentality. What is the mentality? Like, as far as mentality is concerned, have you been able to break or crack into the scarcity mentality and teaching people like the growth mentality, the abundance mentality? How difficult has that been?
Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult. And that is why I host it on every Wednesday, as far as there's a doctor or a counselor or somebody in there working on those niches. It's a belief system. Everybody's belief system is messed up. You got it from your parents or your grandparents or your household and so forth, and you see it. So if you've never stepped out of, let's say, Boston, because we're both from Boston, if you've never stepped out of Boston and seen, oh, okay, so everybody's perception down south is, oh, you can get a big old house for only, under 200,000, 6 bedroom, blah, blah. Yeah, but you get paid less, but your mortgage is less. It's not rocket science. It's the same thing as what you're doing at home. It's higher in Boston, Commonwealth State, but it's the same thing out here in Atlanta per se. So, 3 bedrooms, only $1,700. Oh, but you get paid less. But you get more.
2008.
Huh?
I said Boston ain't seen a 3-bedroom at $1,700 since 2008.
Right. I had a 6 bedroom at $1,700 renting a house back in 2013. But the opportunity for Black people, minorities, is higher out here. This is Black Hollywood. So it's like you got your kids driving around in your vehicle looking at Porsches and Bentleys and Rolls Royces all day, as opposed to Honda Civics touching the ground, going over these potholes in Boston, and their aspirations and their dreams become higher. My daughter's not going to say my first car I want is going to be, an Infiniti. She's going to say it's going to be a Bentley, because she sees them all around. And that is the perception we need to have. And we don't, because you want to assume. Get your ass on a plane and go see for yourself. I came out to Atlanta in 2013 2009 for a weekend. Girl, I said, what? They support Black businesses. They support Black people. Oh, everywhere I went was, oh my goodness, what are you? They don't know nothing about Cape Verdeans. But it was just like, oh, what is it you're trying to do? Like, what is
it? I love that. The one on your arm? Where you got that from?
Oh, I got this when I was a child. This in a store in Brockton. I forget, jewelry store in Brockton. Yeah, that's my contouche.
You got the bracelet when you were a child?
Huh?
You got the bracelet when you were a child?
I got this from my first boyfriend at like 13 years old. Not 13, it was like 15 years old. But yeah, I still have it. I still have everything from high school, college. I have everything. I never grew. So I just want to say that, it's a lot of assumptions and belief systems are messed up, and it's just getting people to see the light and the possibilities and connecting those in ways to make people take that leap, that risk. You're frozen. You're frozen. I can't see. I don't know why.
That's okay. You were frozen a minute ago. I can still hear you though.
Okay, good. And so it's really just everyone's belief system, and they're stuck being comfortable, and they just don't know. They didn't have enough education. They didn't have enough education because they didn't teach us in school about money. So now it's funny, we had a relationship specialist on our show yesterday, Mr. Let Go, and some of the stuff he was saying, we got people going through divorces and breakups and so forth. It sounded like he was already twisting the minds of these people to say, oh, well, I'm not going to get a divorce now. Because he talked about belief systems as well, and people not triggering the why before the situation occurred, and really knowing that, okay, you reflect what you are. And so this is just same thing. You are what you eat. It's the same thing. And I just feel like during this time, during the quarantine, people should have been educating themselves a little bit more on the possibilities that they can partake in, and not assuming so much. I think people need to get out of the city that they've been brought up into, see a little, live a little, research a little, and think all things are possible. That's basically what I teach. All things are possible. Put it in your forefront, and you can achieve it. Believe it, and you'll see it. And it's a little hard to get people who've been stuck in their ways for years to understand that. But it's working. It's working. Money visualizations work. People need to learn how to meditate. People need to heal before they move on to another relationship. Heal within yourself spiritually, and those things that you want and dream for will come. So we're teaching that.
Ashe.
Huh?
I said Ashe.
Yes. So we have a fitness club, and we have a book club within the group as well. So I'm just trying to get everybody aligned and right, so we can start making this money together as a whole. Gotta get everybody's mindset.
Bambi, I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. What are the last words you want to share? Anything you want to throw out there? People interested in being part of a book club, the fitness club, the financial club?
I want to remind parents and siblings and older cousins that our youth are suffering right now. Suffering from the social distancing, emotionally, mentally, physically, and even, their dreams and aspirations are suffering, where as far as you had people who wanted to be basketball players, singers, etc., and they haven't been partaking in those activities. For you to reach out to them and give a helping hand and mentor them, and or contact me if you need help with a child, because there's a lot of suicidal thoughts out there with these children as young as 10 years old. And that is what we need to be focusing on as people, as making sure our youth are okay. And I think everybody's so worried about the next dollar and their next move that they're forgetting about the youth as adults. So that's what I want to say.
And so one more time, for as far as like Immunical is concerned and Immunitech, what is it and how? Well, it's currently on the screen now for immunitech.com/health matters. But what is it again, and why is it important for people to do their research and take a look at the company?
It is a supplement. It's food for your immune system. It has glutathione in it. And if you don't know what that is, you need to look it up, because it will they'll start talking about it like they talk about cholesterol really, really soon. And it builds your immune system, and it helps with any autoimmune disease. You want to be on this product, especially with everything that's going on in the world. It keeps you young. It gets you, keeps your blood. It goes right into the bloodstream. So it's not something that you can just get rid of at nighttime out of your stomach. It goes into the bloodstream, and it rejuvenates your cells. And it has a patent in 27 countries for HIV. That should tell you a lot. And the doctors can prescribe it to you. They don't, because it's a nutraceutical. Natural products, they don't get paid to.
Hold on. Pause. I want you to say that. Hold on. My doctor?
Your doctor knows about this product, but they will not prescribe it to you because it's a nutraceutical. It's all natural, and they don't get paid to prescribe natural products, people. So, yes, your
How do I
doctor.
ask my doctor for it? I want to call my doctor right now and ask them for a prescription. How do I ask my doctor? What am I asking for?
You said let them know that you've heard about this product, Immunocal, and that you want to take it. And if they can go into their red book, the physician desk reference book, where all of the supplements and all of the drugs are in, and they will be able to see it right there on the computer and prescribe it to you, but they won't.
And so can I pick it up at a CVS? Can I pick it up at a Walgreens? Like where do
So what it is you take
how do I get it?
You take that prescription to the company, and the company, it's case by case. So if somebody had HIV, they'd be able to get a prescription easily, more than somebody who has diabetes. But it has to go through the company, through the insurance company, and all of that kind of stuff, and they pay it back for you. So you pay for it, and then it's a receipt type of thing where they'll pay it back for you. So it's interesting for every person. My dad didn't get a prescription for 5 years. And the only reason why he got it was because his doctor retired. She was like, she retired and she finally wrote it for him. So it took 5 years. Yeah, so it could take a while.
Bill's asking, is this only for females? This is for kids? This is for
Listen, this is for everybody. I took this while pregnant. If you're trying to get pregnant, take this product. It will rejuvenate your cells and bring everything back in motion. I know there's a lot of women with fibroids. Take this product and get rid of it. Well, take the product. I gotta watch what I say with the cure word, but take the product. I'm telling you, I am going to be 38. Okay. And I've been taking it since I was 24, and I can still move and groove like I'm 18. And I still look that age, and I've had 3 C-sections. Okay. So take the product, and all my kids take it. All my kids take it. My whole family takes it. We live by it. So I've seen vision come back. I've seen cancer go away. I've seen HIV be undetected. I've seen everything. So take the product. And we'll be making some money with this compensation plan with this company as well.
Shauna, I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. I'm on my way to Atlanta. I'm about to come see about you.
Come on. It's All-Star Weekend. I'm about to go to the airport now. Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming out here. It's sad. It's sad. People are so hungry for fun. I love it though. I love it. So yes. Have a good one.
You as well.
Have a real good one. Let me give you guys reason to come down south. It's open, the pool. It's 70 degrees.
Damn. What's the temperature?
70 right now. But the pools are open all year long. But the thing is, when you have the sun and it's nice out, you feel nice. You feel great. Like, look at, I am got up, ready to go. And I feel like it's so gloomy. It's so gloomy in Boston. It's depressing. And Rhode Island is so close to us, and that's like the worst state to live in vibration wise. So
we're gonna have to talk about that at a later date, because I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. The frequency in the earth, the vibration in the ground. I learned about it through Curtis Lee Thomas. He talked to me about that a little bit. And he said Rhode Island is the worst state to live in. You will never succeed to your highest potential in Rhode Island. So he moved to LA. He moved all the way to LA. Yeah, after he did all that research. So yes, it matters. Where you live matters. Where you live matters. What you say in the morning matters. What you think about at night matters. What you dream about, what you watch on TV matters. Everything that you feed your soul matters. So yes.
Well,
get your kids off the social media stuff.
You'll be picking me up soon too.
Yes. Love you. Thank you for having me. Mr. Dabo on social media.
And I'll make sure you guys get all of that. Leave that in the chat so you guys can pick that up. For those that are currently watching on Facebook or in LinkedIn, if you go to YouTube, Tayla Andre, TaylaAndre, you'll be able to find any and every show. We got over 2,000 hours worth of information on YouTube. Tune in. Bye, Shauna. I love you.
I love you. Have a good one, everybody. Live life and let go. Bye.